You know what irritates me? Most parents say, I just want my child to have a better life than I did. Hope is not a plan. If we don't teach our teens about money now, the world's going to teach them the hard way. I'm Darius Lester. I've helped teens, military families, young adults break the cycle from paying down $20,000, $30,000 of debt to building one or two or three businesses and investing before the kids even turn 18. But it starts with one thing: financial education at home. In this video, I'll show you the three most important steps to protect your child from a lifetime of debt, anxiety, and financial dependence. It's not complicated, but it is urgent. Let's get into it. All right, I'm passionate about this one. So we're gonna break it up into three sections. Number one, gonna be three of them things. Number one, talk. You have to talk to your children. I've noticed it in my home. I've noticed it in other people's homes, especially compared to 20, 30 years ago. We're not talking enough in our households. We definitely, even back then, don't talk enough about money. I'm sorry, parents, it's on you. You need to get out of your comfort zone and you need to go and talk to your child about money. You need to tell them about debt. You need to tell them about bills. You need to tell them about paychecks and bosses and how this whole system works. They need to hear it from you, because what's the alternative? Oh, they'll just figure it out later. Why would you want that? Why would you want that for your child? They're going to figure it out later when they're in debt or they're getting evicted from their apartment. Why would you want that for your child when you could prevent it now by being vulnerable and explaining these things to them? Most teens never hear their parents talk about budgeting, saving, or credit, right? Yeah, you need to talk about credit too. Avoiding it doesn't protect them, it exposes them. It leaves them vulnerable for the big credit card companies, the big bad landlords, or whatever to take advantage of them. So please, please talk to your children. It's very important. Ask my son. I talk to him every single day. He hates it, but some of the stuff that I'm saying is going to get through to him and it's going to improve his life. So I'm going to keep doing it. Cool. Number two, set up a system, right? You need to have a system, not rules. Rules are okay, but rules are meant to be broken. And that what people say is definitely what kids say. Systems are not meant to be broken. Systems are meant to be followed to the T. So big systems, go ahead and set up now, is pay yourself forward. It's not optional. Don't make, if you're the parent, right? You control what's optional, what's not optional, right? Them taking the trash out, them doing the dishes or whatever. You decide that day if you want it to be optional or not. They know when it's not optional. Do that same thing when it comes to money. So pay themselves for it. Anytime you give them money, let them know, I'm giving you this money. Don't blow it all. Take 10%, take 20%. They're kids, they don't have expenses. You can tell them to take 50% of that and put it into a savings, put it into an investment. Start teaching that lesson now and start enforcing it. I think some of us are too afraid and we be like, oh no, I don't want to tell them what to do with their money. They earned it or blah, 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 blah. I don't care about none of that. Sure, they earned $50, they earned $100. Don't use that as an excuse not to teach a valuable lesson to your child while you still have the time, while they're still under your roof. Because I guarantee you, if you don't, they're going to go out into the real world and they're going to keep spending their money like they're spending it now while they're under your roof. They're going to come back to you for more money, or they're going to come back under your roof. Attack it now, right? Set up systems. Tell them about budgeting. Use autopay. Autopay is beautiful. Parents, you need to use autopay. Kids need to use autopay. If you're afraid of autopay, click the link in the description. We can talk about it. I will get you over that fear of autopay and being afraid that there isn't going to be enough money. That is a part of your scarcity mindset. I'll take you to an abundance mindset, but everybody needs to be using autopay. It's a great way to get an amazing credit score, a great way to get amazing investments, a great way to have amazing savings, and a great way to live a stress-free life. Actually, some people think they'll be stressed out if they have autopay. On the contrary, you have a stress-free life if you set up autopay. Fantastic system, but all in all, don't just say save your money. Show them how to set up systems that'll make it impossible for them to mess up their money. So got that? Set up the systems. So important. And if you click the link in the description, I have set up a system to make it impossible for you to mess up setting up your systems. Look at God. Anyways, number three, let them fail. Let them fail. Let them hit the ground. They might get bruised up a little bit. They might bleed, but it's okay. They're still under your house. I would much rather my son fail today than when he's 25 and about to lose, his apartment or something. Fail now. Figure out where your weaknesses are. Give them a controlled opportunity to mess up and then to recover, right? I am now getting in the habit of telling my son to do stuff and I don't explain to him how to do it. And he'll be like, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, I know that. Go do it anyway. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm giving him an opportunity to fail and an opportunity to succeed. And he'll start to get some of those successes and it'll build up his confidence because he's like, I didn't know how to do this. I went and figured it out and I did it successfully. Or even if I didn't know how to do this, I tried to figure it out and I failed. Well, now you at least know what doesn't work. So you're one step closer to knowing how to do that thing, as opposed to me doing stuff myself or me just giving him, yep, just do this exactly right and you won't mess up, right? Give them some opportunity to fail so they can start building up their own confidence. This is very important, when it comes to raising a financially confident child. We don't want them to just do whatever we say. So then when they get out and we're not giving them instructions every day, they start overdrafting their account or they start, buying dumb cars that they can't afford. So let them fail, give them opportunities, give them chances. Sometimes it requires you to have a little trust that, all right, my thing might get broken. This chair may not work after they're done with it. You're an adult, suck it up. You'll be all right. That is an investment in your child's future. Think of it like that. So those are the three things I would suggest, right? Talk. You need to talk to them. Super important. Start these conversations, start them daily, start them weekly, start them monthly, something. You should talk very often, even after they move out. Keep talking. Why not? They're your kids. System. Set a system in place, not rules. People feel like rules are meant to be broken. Systems are not. Systems are meant to be followed to a T, and it'll make it impossible, especially when you use automation, for them to mess anything up. All right. And let them fail. Give them an opportunity to fail. It requires a little bit of trust. Some of your stuff may get broken, but they'll appreciate it on the back end because they'll start to succeed through all these failures and they'll build up confidence in themselves. And if you do all these things, you can imagine a world where your teen is buying their first car in cash because they had a system in place, or they're moving out with confidence. They're like, oh, nah, don't worry about it. You're taking out your wallet thinking, all right, yeah, how much you going to need to go over here off to your dorm room? And they're like, nah, don't worry about it. I got it. Because they had been saving a percentage of everything they made, since they were 13. Or they're helping you out, right? One day, I'm praying this day comes. One day your teen is going to come to you and they're going to give you some money, or you're going to go out to dinner and they're going to be like, hold on, dad, I got this, because of the lessons you taught them and the new confidence and responsibility they got in themselves. Because what normally happens is most of them don't do that. I've seen teens become adults where they're stuck in cycles of payday loans, terrible. Their cars get repossessed, and they're ashamed. They're so ashamed they don't even want to bring these things up to you anymore or to anyone else. And it's a lot of stress, and I don't want anyone to end up in that situation. So, in closing, at Mammoth Money Academy, I teach parents like yourself to give their teams real financial skills like budgeting, saving, credit, investing, all in a step by step program, a system that's impossible to mess up. So, if you're interested in joining a community of parents like that, click the link in the description and you'll learn how to raise financially confident teens before it's too late. Thanks for watching.